Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk a book that holds a very personal place in my heart, The Virgin by Geoffrey Ashe. Can we all see it? It's a great book. This is one of those rare books that does not shout its conclusions or attempt to provoke, but instead quietly lays out evidence that changes how you understand Christian history once you really sit with it for a while. Geoffrey Ashe was not a theologian writing from inside church doctrine, and he was not a polemicist trying to dismantle Christianity. He was a historian, a researcher, and one of Britain's most respected scholars of early Christian tradition, sacred myth, and Arthurian history. He was known for his integrity and his caution, and for following sources wherever they led, even when those sources pointed somewhere uncomfortable. In his book, The Virgin, Ashe did something that was both simple and brave. He asked what the early church actually believed about Mary before later doctrine became fixed and before theological authority narrowed her role into something more manageable. He approached the subject with humility, not with the intention of rewriting Christianity, but with the intention of understanding it more honestly. Ashe followed the trail through apocryphal texts, early traditions, lost homilies, and marginal writings that survived outside the official canon. What he uncovered was not a sentimental figure and not a purely symbolic one, but a woman whose role in early Christian thought was larger, deeper, and more authoritative than later theology allowed. Mother Mary was not peripheral in the earliest layers of tradition. She was central, active, and unresolved in ways that later doctrine tried very hard to settle. What becomes clear as you read Ashe's work is that Mary's diminished role was not the result of missing evidence. The sources existed, the traditions survived. What changed was the institutional willingness to allow those traditions to shape doctrine. As the church centralized authority, Mary's theological potential was carefully contained, redirected into devotion rather than authority, and made safe. The remarkable thing is that Ashe saw this decades ago, long before current conversations about women and authority in Christianity became common. He was already documenting the same tension we are still grappling with today. The question of Mother Mary's role was never truly resolved. It was postponed. This is why his book, The Virgin, matters so deeply. It shows that the erasure did not happen because the evidence was weak, but because the implications were too strong. Ashe approached Mary with respect rather than fear, and with scholarship rather than suspicion. Because of that, his work remains quietly powerful and supplied me ample evidence of Mother Mary's true role in Christianity for my own book, Stone of the Savior, The Return of the She-Christ. If someone wants to understand how long the truth about Mary has been trying to surface and how cautiously it has already been handled by serious scholars, I recommend reading this book. It still speaks to the erasure of the divine feminine in our lifetime, and it still matters. My name is Lori Paris, and welcome to She Life.